Hi everybody, I've got October's Witch Casket in front of me, so let's get into it and see what we've got. Now, I will say I've just this second taken off the, or undone the plasticky thing, and there is a very, very, very strong smell coming from this of, I think it's mint or eucalyptus. I don't know whether there's an oil that's leaked or something, but it's very, very strong. So I'm hoping everything's okay. Anyway, you may have noticed I've not done a Witch Casket unboxing for a couple of months. I have decided that October will be my last subscription for this casket. I love Witch Casket. I really, really do. But I have a whole massive bags and bags full of items from them that I'm not doing anything with. I'm just paying out for it for the sake of paying out for it. I do love their boxes. I think they're very good value. I think the quality of the items is generally very good. It's just that I'm not using any of it, and so it seems a bit of a waste of money to be paying out what, nearly £360 a year for something that I'm not going to use. I could certainly put that money somewhere else, like my new obsession with Legos or something. It could go some way, do you know what I mean, towards a holiday or something. So yeah, so that's what I've decided to do. I may revisit that in the new year. I think the quality of their items is awesome, and yeah, I will be sad to see it go, but I do have a massive collection of other items from previous months that I'm just, as I say, they're just gathering dust, so there's no point maintaining that problem really. Anyway, let's get into it. So it is the Witching Hour box, which is the box for October. So as always, it comes with a lovely pamphlet. Now this will give us an idea of the art theme throughout. So this is all greys and blacks, and this is gorgeous. I'm loving this. Oh yeah, look, perfect for me for spooky season. It says, here it is, our October casket. It's officially our favourite month, and we hope you can make every hour the witching hour with this casket bursting with the most highly requested magical items. And then it's got the details in here about, you know, what the details are, what the items are, but also details about their social media and all of that. So we've got our art print, which is gorgeous. I love this sort of crookedy besom. I think that's amazing. Our athame, crystal ball, cauldron. I love the details in here. It's really cool. I think that's a headdress. It could be a ring. And our scrying cup with our tea leaves in, and our moon spoon. Love that. And then this is our monthly manifestation piece. It says, what are my goals this month? What practical steps can I take to reach these goals? And what magical steps can I take to reach these goals? The seeds are planted, intentions are set. I command my desires be met. Love those. They're really cool. So then, this will be our monthly spell kit. This doesn't seem to be the one that's smelling. So it says, a Divination Pendulum Ritual Kit contains all you need for a beautiful ritual to bring clarity and insight. Now, before I even open this, hanging just here, there you are, look, just here is my iron pendulum from a previous witch casket that just kind of sits to the right of me. I do use it if I'm doing some pendulum work, but this is kind of why I'm stopping the caskets, because I've got one. It's sat there. I've had another one from them. I have lots of crystal ones. I make them myself as well. So I'm just doubling up and tripling up with items that I guess I don't really need or have any use for at the moment. But anyway, let's have a look at what's in the kit. Maybe I should do a giveaway with some of the items from previous months. Oh, wow, look at that. That's really interesting. Look, it's almost the exact same one. Hey, look, if I take that off there, hang on a second, I've got it with some bells on. There you are, look, so this is from a previous month, and this is this month's. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love the design, but it's the same. It's just in a sort of silvery version of it rather than the iron version, and on a chain instead of a cord. I mean, It's a lovely pendulum. It really is a lovely pendulum. It's got a good weight to it. And it's wanting to do things already. But again, you know, I have a very nice pendulum from them already that I got in a previous box. So I really don't need multiples. Anyway, let's have a look at what it says. We've got obviously a bag of seeds or something. It says we need a pendulum board and some salt. Encircle your pendulum board with salt, working clockwise to attract protection. Sit with your pendulum in hand and connect with it, setting the intention that it will bring clarity and insight. Hold the pendulum by the chain over the centre of the pendulum board and allow it to settle. You can now ask questions where the answer is unknown and see what insight the pendulum offers. Absolutely. Oh, look, there's our pendulum board. Wow. I was about to say I'm expecting a pendulum board. It's right there in front of me. Pendulums are great, you know. Whether you think it's coming from yourself and those micro movements that you're not even aware you're making, whatever it is, I think the universe knows and is making us do those micro movements on our fingers, a little bit here, a little bit there, and that is what's moving the pendulum. But other people say it's just us and somehow we know the answer already. Whatever you think, whatever you believe, that's fine by me. This is a very nice pendulum board though. Look at that, a fold out one. The only issue with that is because it's bent, it's going to be, you know, it won't necessarily sit straight. I like that though. Uncertain? No, yes. I mean, now that's interesting. Because I would have had it no, no, yes, yes, and then uncertain, uncertain. So if it's swinging, how do I... If it's swinging backwards and forwards, say it's swinging like this, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. How do I ascertain which it is? That's interesting. Okay, maybe that isn't a pendulum board. Maybe that's for something else. We'll keep looking. We've got a... is this going to be some sort of athame? I've again had an athame from them in the past. Or a athame. I keep seeing people pronouncing it as whatever. I was always told it was athame. This is an athame. Oh, look, I mean, it's nice. It's nowhere near my lovely raw iron one that I had made for me, but it is very nice wooden athame. And it says here, it is a Beckwood athame. Yep. Use this magical athame to channel and direct energy and cast protective circles. An athame has a commanding energy and is used to direct energy in a firm and decisive manner. But yep, you know, it's a nice example of a wooden athame. Again, not something that I will particularly use. I like the pouch it comes in, but again, unfortunately, something that we've had in the past from Witch Casket, but you know, there we go, a lovely athame, a lovely enamel athame pin. That is nice. I will miss their enamel pins. I really will, because they are something special. But it's not worth paying $29.99 a month for an enamel pin. That is how much the box costs, by the way. $29.99 if you're in the UK, £34 if you're in the in Europe, and £36 if you're in the rest of the world, and they do ship worldwide. So I do love the athame. I do love the enamel pins. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that today. I really do. I've got a massive collection of them. It's one of the few things in the boxes that I get really excited about each month. So I love that. It's not enough to keep me subscribed. Prescribed. I really am struggling with my words. Right then, we've got a scroll. This is a monthly scroll. And there will be some sort of working or some sort of monthly knowledge, fast magic, it says. Now, I don't reveal what this says completely on the interwebs because this is not my knowledge to pass on. This is from Deb and Ella. So therefore, I respect that. I have obviously a contract with them. I pay my money to them. They send me this. That exchange of energy is valid for me. There is an exchange of energy with all of you watching. You're giving up your time to watch me unbox this item. So there is an exchange, but this still isn't mine to give. I'm not freely able to pass this information on. So that's why I don't do that. So I will unroll a little bit. It says, Place a besom, a broomstick, bristles up beside your door with intent to keep away unwanted guests. Shower with intent. Use your shower for spiritual cleansing as well as physical cleaning. Yeah, and then we've got just little things like it says here, grow rosemary near your door to protect your home. So it's little things like that that are just little magical tips, I guess. Again, maybe not something hugely exciting if you've been practicing for a while. We've got the Happiness Herb Blend, a magical blend of rose petals, strawberry leaf and marigold. I love calendula. Use this magical herb blend in spells and rituals for happiness, used to dress or circle candles, to add to charm bags and spell jars, or in ritual baths. If it's sealed inside, I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to open that. Oh no, it's not sealed, right. Doesn't really smell of anything too much, but again, that's really nice. Let's have a look at what it actually is in the bag. Oh yeah, look, just some lovely dried herb mix. So that's cool. I do like the ingredients we get from them. As I say, it's just, you know, I've said it all already, really, haven't I? I don't need to keep banging on about it. But yeah, that's a nice magical blend. What else? I'm going to leave this big box till later. What's this? We've got a spell candle dressing tray. Oh no, this sounds interesting. A little tray that we can use to put our herbs on, and it is exactly that. Now that's really nice. That is really nice. Oh, I like that a lot. Little, it is glass. That's really pretty actually. I like that. I really do like that. It's just got the, obviously the moons, the spider web, the pentacle in the middle. I really like that. That is very nice. And again, all you would do is to pop your candle. Have I got one? Oh, look, here we go. We'll use a tea light. Pop your candle on there, like so, and then sprinkle your herbs around it, or your anointing oil, or whatever you're using, and then light the candle. You could obviously put some herbs around it. Be careful putting herbs on top of this bit, because they can catch fire, and then you're, instead of having one wick, you've got all those dried bits of herbs that are then burning. So just be aware of that. We don't want any house fires caused by a little bit of magical intention, but I think that's really pretty, and I don't have anything like that, and I'm very glad to have that, and I will be using that, because invariably I do mine on my little altar space just next to me, and the wax will obviously burn off, it will fall down, it will get on the sides. Sometimes the herbs, if they then get wet, it will stain, all of these things. So I'm really glad to have that actually. That's a really nice item that I don't have, and to be honest, haven't really seen anything quite like that doing my on my travels. What else is this? Is this what I can smell? The magical cleansing incense. This is a magical blend of dragon's blood and frankincense. I don't think this is it either. Oh no, yes it is. Oh, that's very strong. Oh, I'm not sure about dragon's blood. I'm getting, oh, it is sealed. I'm getting completely overwhelmed. I'm not sure that I would call that dragon's blood or frankincense, to be honest. It's not what I understand either of those two to it. It could just be that they are a very, very potent essential oil blend that they've used, but it is very, very strong. But okay, I would use this, if I was using this, I personally would only use it outside, because my other half has really bad asthma after COVID, so can't use strong smells, let alone smoke. But if you were cleansing with it, you light the stick, wait for the smoke to come out, obviously blow out the flame, and then waft the smoke in the corners of your rooms, around your doorways. Maybe use some cleansing words, some magical words as you're doing it. You could have it on an ash catcher and hold items over it to cleanse the items you're working with. There's lots of different ways to use incense. I've also got things like a censer, which are really useful. That tends to burn either the resin incenses, or, you know, can burn the dry herbs. So yeah, I use incense outside now if I'm doing my big kind of, I guess the big four, the solstices and the equinoxes. Anyway, There's 2 more left, I think. Yep. We've got a small witch's spell candles. Okay, I guess that's good. White, green and brown. So that's to use our oils with, not our oils, sorry, our herbs with, and our tray to anoint those. Let's have a look. These are soy candles, and they will be coloured naturally, which I also really like. I do a lot of candle work. I've got a couple of their spiky dabbers from previous years that I will engrave, or previous boxes I should say, that I will engrave sigils into the candles with. So that is very, very lovely and a very nice thing to have. So I'm very pleased to have that in my last box. And then lastly, the very last item in my very last box, at least for now, oh, there we go, drop the tray on the floor, why don't you, Lisa, is a interesting box. This is an opulent black glass chalice. Oh, they are ending this, my 3 or 4 year, whatever it is, subscription streak. They are ending this on a really, really good box. Will it be enough to make me think again about my decision? Unfortunately not, because already in this box, even though it's a really good box, I have got a doubled up item. However, look at this beautiful glass chalice. Wow, that is stunning. That is absolutely stunning. I have a wooden chalice in my cabinet of curiosities that I do use on full-on ritual nights, but this is stunning. This is absolutely lovely. So we've got the sort of church window type ornate arch themes running through it with a pentacle and whatever that sort of little engraving-y type design is. There's a moon there, and then there's something in between just linking them. It might just be like a filigree type effect. That is beautiful, actually. That is really, really, really nice. A really nice item. This is a really good box. It's not enough to make me... It's not enough to make me continue with my subscription, unfortunately, because, again, I can't justify £30 a month on stuff that I'm not going to be using, even though this month I will certainly be putting the chalice on my altar. That will be a regular mainstay on my altar, especially for Samhain, for Halloween, and the ancestor work I intend doing at the end of the month and the first week in November for Dia de los Mortes, sorry. So that I love. The candle dressing tray, I think that is something I don't have already, never have seen something quite like that. I think that is absolutely stunning. I will use the herbs and the candles with that. So these are all the items I will definitely use. The pendulum spell kit, I may well find myself using that. As I say, the other pendulum is more of a necklace, I guess. So this means I can have one as a ornamental and one as a practical item. The card, I really do like that. I am going to, I keep saying this every month, but I am going to try and get back into manifestation to use these cards. So I will definitely keep hold of that. The enamel pin, obviously, I adore. The Athame, not particularly one that is tickling my pickle or floating my boat, but I do like it. It's just not really, I guess, something I need. The pendulum board, if that is indeed what this is, I will have a little look in the pamphlet to see how it's supposed to be used, because this, for me, is a little bit odd, just the way it's designed with the layout of it. A little bit odd. A little bit odd. Also, you can see it just does not want to sit flat. But anywho, the incense that I will be passing on to someone else. So basically, it's only really, oh, and the scroll I do like as well. It's only really the incense and the Athame that aren't items that I intend keeping for use this month, which, to be fair, that is always going to happen, isn't it? On the last month where I'm like, nope, this is it now, no more witch casket for me. You can guarantee that this will be the month where I go, oh, I love it all, I'm going to use everything. Right, let's have a look then at if we do have everything in the box that we're supposed to have. So the opulent black glass chalice, yes, I love that. It says, at long last, a chalice of our own. We created a beautiful drinking vessel intended for ceremonial drinking and offerings. On a witch's altar, the chalice represents the element of water. It is also a powerful symbol of fertility and femininity. Oh, it's a beechwood athame. I don't know why I said Beck, but anyway, beechwood athame. So they haven't put anything else in here about that pendulum board apart from what it said on the spell kit. I guess what we would do, right, is we would have that flat on our table, and then we would have to hover the pendulum over each one and see if it moves. So we'd say something like, I don't know, are my lost keys in the lounge? And it would be, oh, is it uncertain? Oh, it's not moving. Is it a no? Not moving. Is it on rephrase? Not moving. Oh yes, it's spinning like a wild thing. So that it's somewhere in the lounge. Do you know what I mean? That is how obviously we would have to use that. It's not how I would use a pendulum board, but again, this isn't all about me. It's about how the collective and how Deb and Ella in their magical workings, how they would use a pendulum. So I can get behind it from that perspective. So I always, for the last God knows how long, I have given a star item and a dud item. My star item in this casket is going to be the glass chalice. Absolutely 100%. Nobody's surprised by that at all. It is absolutely stunning, beautiful, lovely, amazing, gorgeous black glass chalice. If I hold it up to the light, it is very, very beautiful. Very, very good example of what it's supposed to be. And it doesn't have that molding line that a lot do when it's like done in a cheap way in a factory. I think it's really, really beautiful, actually. Really, really, really lovely. This is my star, probably my star item for the entire year. There you go, I've said it. My dud item is going to be the incense. Of course it is, because again, it's something that unfortunately I just can't use. So that would be my dud item. If it wasn't the incense, it would probably be the athame. So there you go, that is it from me. You might be wondering what this backdrop is all about. The Losers Club by Beyond Authentic Health, that's our Facebook group and our YouTube channel where we do a live stream every week to help people on their weight loss journeys, because obviously myself and my partner, we are on our weight loss journeys. So come over and join us on that channel if you want. Don't forget, here every Sunday evening I will be doing tarot live streams from 7 p.m. UK time. There will be more content coming as I get slowly recover from the health issues that I've been having. And you will in fact see this chalice being used as part of my ancestor workings towards the end of the month as that veil thins. So yes, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for everybody for watching this. If you have enjoyed this, please do give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section what your star item and what your dud item would be. Let me know your thoughts. If anybody from Witch Casket is watching, please understand my decision to cancel has nothing to do with the quality of the items. The items that you put in your box for that £30 price point are amazing. Very, very, very good value, a good range of items. As I say, have been subscribed for a number of years, but now I am getting that double up effect. I completely understand. There are only so many witchy items that are small enough, affordable enough, and mass producible enough to go in a £30 box that's international. So I completely understand what that means and what those limitations are for yourselves. So it is by no mean a snub or a negative towards you. It's just that I have reached the point in my life where I cannot justify spending £30 a month on items that are largely going unused in my magical collection. I'm trying to downsize a lot of things in my life, and the collection of items that just aren't going to ever get used is one of them. So yeah, I have thoroughly enjoyed reviewing the boxes each month. It's why I've stayed subscribed. I've thoroughly enjoyed going through them and giving you my critiques and being as brutally honest as I can be, highlighting the good and and from my opinion the bad of the boxes, the stars and the duds. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching this video, everybody. If this has been useful, please do hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. This is going to be my last Witch Casket unboxing for at least for a while. I may well grab a random box here or there, but there is other content coming. Obviously, I do a weekly tarot stream every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. UK time. Hopefully, as my health improves, I'll be able to do more live tarot streams as well, bring back maybe the second one in the week. I've also got a few videos planned for the end of the month as we do go into ancestor season, and or ancestor week really I should say, for Samhain and for Dia de los Muertos, so there will be more content coming your way. And yeah, but that is it from me. Don't forget, everybody, leave your comments down below, let me know your stars and your duds, and I will definitely see you on the on a future video. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.